Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello.
Pedro. Hey. Pedro.
Hello, hello, hello.
Pedro. Say.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
We're live?
All right, audio's good.
Oh,
We're
shit.
live, we're rolling, we're feeling good, we're looking better. Episode 3 of none other
Oh, that's why you asked for you little.
Then we're crunching those numbers, baby. So
That's why you
I think we should
asked.
back up a little bit.
Yeah. Hold up.
Back it up, back it up.
No, left.
I feel like our head's getting cut off. Keep backing it up. Keep
Back it
backing it up. Back it up. Enjoy the game in the background.
Yeah.
But a little nice and nice. So what's going on, everybody? This is episode 3 of Crunching the Numbers.
Yep.
Today we're gonna focus on. Well, let me do a right introduction. I'm your host, Rock.
Yep.
I got my co-host with me, GM.
Carmine, the GM.
The GM over
Yeah.
here. Why are you the GM? A lot of people have been asking me, why is this guy the GM? What does that mean?
Well, they like how I take a structured approach to everything, I suppose. So that's how I got the nickname, the GM.
Okay.
That's it.
So you just, nice and
the GM.
structured guy.
Yep.
All right, so we're back again with another episode. Man, I love doing these. I'm having a blast on these episodes.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
We've seen the most growth via social media this week.
Yeah.
I remember last week, Carmine was like, "Yo, we're doing good. The numbers are solid, but when do you think we'll hit 500 followers?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know, a month,
Yeah.
month and a half." A week later, it's
Yeah.
like the numbers are there.
Yeah,
now,
it's like
so.
we're already there. And then like on TikTok, we already reached 1,000.
Yeah, so we got listen, talking about sports to me has always been a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
having a nice little partner to do this with me. So it's a good time. We're going to talk this week about stardom situms. We're going to give you some fantasy football advice. Week 1's very, very tough to pick who you want to start, who you want to sit, just because the draft capital, right?
Yeah.
If you draft somebody in the 5th round, you're not going to really bench the guy. Let's just be
Yeah.
honest here. I know I'm definitely not benching a guy that I drafted in the 5th round.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're going to give you some advice. Maybe in the deeper leagues, this week is the most important because the leagues that have like 14, 16 teams, and you have like 3 running backs, 4 receivers, 3 flex spots. Those deep leagues will give you must starts in those, and then some sits as well. We're going to do a couple more face-offs towards the end of this podcast episode.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have some fun. We're going to talk a little bit about other things than football. We're going to do our locks of the day, locks of the week, whatever you want to call it.
I got one for tomorrow. So
So,
yeah.
all right, that's a good play. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind. But before we get into anything, we're doing fantasy football talk. We're going to talk about a little calcio, a little
Yeah.
soccer action. And then I want to talk about, to me, the biggest surprise of the weekend was Carmine finally lost his first bet with us.
Oh yeah.
So
I was actually I showed up. I was at the match. I was in that area.
Yeah.
So that's what really happened. Like
So Coco Golf, man.
Yeah, Coco
what
Golf,
happened?
yeah.
Were you at that match?
So I was at the Louis Armstrong. So Zverev and Brandon Nakashima were playing when they were playing. So I actually heard from the crowd like when Coco Golf was doing good and when she wasn't doing good, they were very quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what happens, and you got to take a step forward. But to my defense, what did I tell you before the tournament with Emma Navarro? I said better for futures.
Yeah, for futures.
Plus 5,000.
What is he right now?
Right now. She's plus 800.
Plus
So she
800.
was plus 5,000 before the tournament.
Yeah.
I told you to bet Emma Navarro, and
Yeah,
I have
I
it in
don't
my
like-
text messages.
I don't like futures like that.
I have it in my text messages. If you don't believe me.
You got the receipts? No, I know, but you gave me also, in fairness to myself, where I didn't play it, you gave me like 4 other options too. You said value bets for futures.
All right, can I give you the values right now that I gave you?
Yeah, are they all in this tournament still?
Most of them are.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, are you ready?
First,
So-
the biggest shockers, obviously, again, the upset. There's like 2 upsets back to back
So-
for the men's. But go ahead.
Sinner at plus 340, I told you to bet. Right now he's plus 110. Zverev, who's playing now, plus 1,000.
Yeah.
He's plus 340 now. Now, here's the good ones I got for you. Rybakina, who was plus 900, you would have got that bet would have got voided because she got injured, so she was a walkover. So that's fine. Emma Navarro plus 5,000, she's still in it. Qinwen Zhang plus 2,900. Guess what? She's
favorite?
still in it as well.
Who's the favorite right now?
Sabalenka.
Okay.
Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek.
Is Paulini still in?
No, she lost yesterday against Mushova.
Okay, I missed the match.
Yeah.
I got the one before
But-
that. I bet her to win the other one.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, but bro, what am I gonna do? Put future bet for all three of them?
Yeah, because if one of them wins, you win money.
Yeah, and all of them lose, I lose all three.
But they weren't all going to lose.
Does that mean you're confident in all three to win, or you like? The
No,
value?
I thought they could legitimately. Like, I thought Emma Navarro could make a late run. And look at her now. She's like plus 800. She's in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. Here's the thing. Before we continue to football. In women's tennis, anything could happen. You'll be surprised how much upsets you see in women's tennis. You see qualifying women win Grand Slams.
See, but why is that?
I think there's first and foremost, there's less sets. There's one less set they
Yeah,
got to win.
that's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
And second of all, women do not serve as fast. So since they don't serve as fast, they're able to return easier.
Right. So there's less aces.
Yeah, you're not getting overpowered as much, right?
Right.
Obviously, there's those one-offs like you have Sabalenka, Serena Williams, that they serve
Is
like
that why they
men.
were so good?
Yes, they serve like men.
Right.
But like other than that, that's the thing. They don't hit the ball as hard.
Yeah.
Common sense, right?
Is tennis one of your favorite sports to watch or bet?
Uh,
what is it that makes you like tennis so much? And then
so-
we'll get into fantasy football talk.
I love tennis because it's just like every point matters, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying that to you, like, you cannot win a match in tennis without you getting the last point, right? That's
Yeah.
like one of the only sports that you need to score last to win,
Right.
right? In baseball, you could get up to like a 10-run lead and you don't have to score another run, you win.
Yeah.
In football, you could get up to a 42 nothing lead, you don't have to score another point, you win.
Right. You just milk the clock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tennis, no, you need to get that last point to win. So that's like,
Right.
it's just that's what I like about it.
All right, let's get into the fantasy football talk. And if anybody has any questions about their lineups, any advice that they need regarding their fantasy football team, anything on the waiver wire you're curious about, make sure you mention it in the live chat.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to respond to you guys to our best ability.
By next
So-
week, we're going to be having that. By next week, next Tuesday, we'll talk about the waiver wire ads.
Oh, yeah, that I can't
That's
wait
week two.
for.
That's
yeah.
week 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that one you're probably going to have
Yeah,
to
I got you. Yeah.
do Dolo, though.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head. But all right, let's get into it. So, week 1, start 'em, sit 'em. You have your guys
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Off the top of the head?
Yeah.
So, who are you starting week 1 for sure?
Okay, so, I was going to do sits first.
Okay,
Do
so
sits first.
start 'em, sit 'em. We're going to start with
we
the
go-
sits first.
Okay,
No,
you
we'll
do
start with the
start.
sits.
Okay.
So,
So-
who are you sitting
Just
week
say one,
1?
right? Just say one. Okay.
So, who are you sitting for week 1?
So I not Sally. I drafted him in my league because I think this team is going to be more willing to pass the ball this year since they don't really have a running game, which is the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. However, if you have two good quarterbacks on your team, I think Dak Prescott might be a player you would want to sit this week. That's the case because they're going to play at Cleveland, and Cleveland plays
The dog pound.
Yes, at the dog pound. And Cleveland plays very good at home. They have a great pass rush. Myles Garrett could disrupt at least 8-9 dropbacks a game. So, yes, I think that's going to be a very difficult game. And on top of that, Cleveland is a team that has no problem with milking the clock. So, not only will the Cowboys have trouble getting, first downs and scoring points, but the Cleveland Browns offense will have no problem milking the clock, which means less opportunity for
they
the Cowboys.
run.
Yeah,
So in those
exactly.
situations, time of possession is key. You predict game flow. I can see this being a lower scoring game for Dak, but anything could happen. I'm on the same page with you on that one. I definitely think Dak doesn't have a startable line this one.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, who are you more comfortable starting a guy like Daniel Jones week 1 against the Vikings?
No, absolutely not. I would still go with Dak Prescott. I don't trust
Okay.
Daniel Jones. I
So
would
I'm
trust,
trying
I
to
don't trust
see-
Daniel Jones to take ibuprofen.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
You could
So
put
I'm
that
trying to
on this
think.
show. You could put that on. It's the truth, though. I don't trust him
That's it.
taking ibuprofen, bro.
Yeah, that's great. I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks. Would you start Aaron Rodgers Monday Night Football in San
Ooh,
Fran
that's tough.
over Dak?
I think I would.
Yeah, you would start A-Rod?
I think I would.
First game
No,
back.
because here's the thing. The 49ers are a team that like to push the pace. They like to score points as well. So I think that game has more opportunity to turn into like a shootout. Okay. Whereas I just feel like the Cleveland Browns, they have no problem winning a low-scoring game. That's just the way they're built.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I'm trying to see where you find that value.
Yeah.
You would put Tua over Dak week 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tua, absolutely. So that's one of my starts. I think Tua should have a good game against Jacksonville.
Right, so we'll hold that. Save that one for a little bit. I didn't even know that. Yeah. But all right, so A-Rod, if somebody has A-Rod as their backup quarterback, give him the start week 1.
I would start A-Rod over Dak Prescott. Okay. I would say so, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Give me another sit.
I thought you wanted that sit. I thought you wanted that sit for the quarterback.
Well, give me another different position.
Oh, different.
What position? We're gonna go to running back. All right. Yeah. So who do you got? What running back week 1 are you sitting?
Let me get you right now. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. So now for the running back, you want me to say to sit? Do you want me to say someone like that's usually that's like a top 20 running back or like?
Yeah. Well, not like the obvious one. Where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Samaje Perine. You know what I mean?
Okay. So let me give you
like an RB1/2 that doesn't have the of the team. I'm not saying it. Okay. RB1 value, just like a Zamir White.
That's what I was literally just. I swear to God, I'll say something similar to that. Ramondre Stevenson, I think he's a perfect candidate to be a sit this week.
Why?
Because first off, they are 8.5-point underdogs playing away from home. And Ramondre Stevenson should be losing a lot of pass down work to Antonio Gibson this year.
Yeah.
And there's a very good chance that Ramondre Stevenson gets game scripted out of this matchup. So remember I mentioned, like, the beginning of the year, I like how my running backs are game flow independent. Yeah. Ramondre Stevenson is not one of those running backs. So for that reason alone, I just feel like there's a lot of risk that the Patriots could end up falling behind early, and he's not going to be getting the production.
Where the run game is not even a consideration.
And the running game isn't that consistent, correct. And I think the Bengals are going to be playing good at home first game of the season. And to piggyback on that, I know me and you made that clip with streaming defenses. I'm actually starting the Cincinnati Bengals in all of my leagues. Yeah. Like, I'm streaming them.
I didn't even know that, but I know they have the best matchup, though.
Yeah.
You never know. Drake May could come out bowling. You know what I mean?
No, not away at Cincinnati first week. And rookie quarterbacks away from home, no. Yeah. Maybe if he was home, yes, I would say it's possible, but not away.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game. The players are faster in the NFL. It's a different ball game.
Okay, so we're gonna do one more sit on Carmine's side, and then I'm gonna give you my 3 sits. I'm gonna answer some questions real quick.
Okay.
Somebody said, "Hey man, I drafted Deshaun Watson with the first pick." That's a steal, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a steal for everyone else's. For everyone else, but you. He's kidding.
That's
obviously.
Joey, yeah. And then Nick said,
Joey who?
I don't know. It's just Joey. And then Nick said, "You think Puka Nacua will start for the Rams?"
Absolutely.
What's his health status up in the air right now?
No, he's gonna start. He was practicing last week. Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna start. Yeah.
All right.
No, he might be. He's definitely not gonna be 100%. He suffered a low body injury, but yeah, he's absolutely gonna play.
Yeah.
I don't see how he's not gonna be playing.
Give me your last sit of the week.
My last sit. Let me give you.
What position you going for?
I'm gonna show you maybe a wide receiver.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's just say Xavier Worthy. Is that good enough? He's ranked 38th for the week.
Okay.
I would sit Xavier Worthy. Here's the thing. I keep saying this over and over again. I think the Chiefs have a lot of weapons, and I just do not know how much targets Xavier Worthy is going to be getting or how much snaps he's going to be getting as well. You got to figure he'll be on the field for at least 60% of the snaps, right? Yeah. That's my guess.
Which is not even ideal.
It's really not ideal. But for wide receivers, that could be good. Here's the thing: you want the receiver to be on the field at least 70% of the snaps.
At least,
right?
Yeah.
Because if your team has a base 3 wide receiver formation, that means they're running 11 formation. So yeah, he was with the first team offense a lot, Xavier Worthy, during the preseason. But then again, that's preseason. Like you never know what these coaches are thinking when it comes to real.
They have they have the reliable players on their offense.
Exactly.
Right? Justin Watson.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't say Justin Watson. I would put Watson the same as Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, but Xavier Worthy was like a 7th, 8th round pick.
No, Xavier Worthy was early.
Earlier than that?
He was first round pick.
First round. No. fantasy wise.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going in 7th, 8th round.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want that. You kind of want to slot that guy
Yeah.
in your lineup, but
Yeah.
it is a risky start because you don't know how much he's going to be on the field.
Yeah.
Like you said, I definitely agree with that as a sit. That's somebody you got to wait and see what.
Yeah,
you're
and he's playing the Ravens, who are no slouch defense.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And yeah, I think obviously, Kelsey's there. I think they're going to be relying on the run game a lot.
Yeah, we'll talk about Pacheco.
Yeah.
Pacheco on that.
He's going to be my starter. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So let me get into my sits. Those are 3
Go ahead.
great sits. I feel that you put. So mine, I have 2 at the same position, and then I have 1 quarterback. So my first sit is Brock Purdy, Monday Night Football, at home against the Jets.
Good.
I feel like that offense is at a little funk right now.
Yeah.
You didn't know where Brandon Ayuk was coming back. I feel like everything's all over the place in San Fran. I think they should be fine, realistically, against the Jets.
Offensive line also isn't as good as it was in previous
they have.
years, too.
Oh my gosh, this again. The left guard.
You mean Trent Williams,
Yeah.
left tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him?
No, he's slated in for game 1.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Oh,
But there's
he's
still,
all good?
but there's just, injuries and stuff piling
Yeah,
up.
so
But there's just not as good.
O-line shaky.
Yeah.
I mean, CMC is still going to eat no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
He's just, like you said, game flow independent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see Brock Purdy struggling against profound Jets defense.
Yeah.
We know what they can do. Their D-line's great. Their DB, it's one of the best defenses in the league.
Probably is the best defense.
Yeah. So I can see Brock Purdy having a really tough first start.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think he should,
Yeah.
bounce back. But week 1, not the most ideal situation
The
for
only
the
thing-
O-line and the team as a whole.
Sorry. The only thing going Purdy's way is that he's at home. But other than that, yes, it's a very tough start.
Yeah.
I agree.
My next sit, we're going to go at the running back position.
Uh-huh.
We got Gus Edwards.
Gus the Bus.
Yeah,
Good.
Gus the
Yeah.
Bus Edwards. They're playing the Raiders,
Mhm.
and they'll be at home. So I don't know. You want to see that this is another one where you don't know the usage,
Yeah.
right? Because
I hear you, yeah.
he can easily get 15 to 20 carries, or he can easily get 7 to 10 carries.
I feel like this one could blow up in your face easily, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's the
he
thing,
could.
here's-
He's a touchdown dependent running back.
That exactly. So here's my thinking. My thinking is this, Rocco. If I agree with you too, though. By the way, but here's my thinking. If the Chargers end up coming out like bats out of hell, playing really good, taking a 14-point lead, they're gonna pound Gus Edwards all game, and he
Yeah.
could get 20 touches. And guess what? If he get 20 touches, most likely he's gonna get a touchdown. So that
Yeah.
might blow up in your face. But I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, week 1, it's just not. You kind of want to go safe.
Yeah.
You don't want to start the year on 1.
Yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable starting Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like J.K. Dobbins is way more electric.
He's a total 0 on the receiving end too. Gus Edwards.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
catching the
So
ball.
you're, I mean, going by your strategy,
Yeah.
game flow,
Yeah.
right? Chargers are expected to win this one.
Yeah.
So it could easily blow up in my face, like you
Mhm.
said. I just don't feel comfortable starting. And these guys can well put up, 8 to 10 points.
Yeah.
To me, that's not a guy that's like worthy of a start, though. If you
Yeah.
think if it's 8 points, you're gonna be happy with 8 points. You might as well take a flyer on the waiver wire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what's 8 points gonna do for you on the waiver?
Maybe 8 points in standard league might be okay.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah, that
PPR,
might be okay. No.
There's zero value for Gus
No.
Edwards catching
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah.
And last but not least, my sit, and this one's not even a thought, is Tony Pollard
Okay.
at Chicago.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one because you don't know how the usage with him and Tajay Spears
Exactly. That's
is.
another one. Like running backs traditionally, and the only ones that have worked really in recent memory was DeAndre Swift. Where
Yeah.
when you go from one team to the next, especially after he was supposed to be that guy last year
Yeah.
for the Cowboys,
Yeah.
he did nothing with those reps.
He was terrible.
He looked like abysmal. I can see Tajay Spears even leading this team.
He is going to
in
lead
carries.
the team. He is going to lead the team.
So Tony Pollard is not even a thought for me. This
I
week.
got Tajay Spears in both my fantasy leagues, and yes, I'm a big Tajay Spears believer. He took a big portion of Derrick Henry's work last year. He
Yeah.
was on the field for at least over 50% of the snaps.
Yeah.
He is a good player, Tajay Spears, and he could easily beat out Tony Pollard for sure.
And it's not like Pollard's a goal line back either.
No,
So you don't have to worry about the vulturing of the touchdowns in a sense. Gameplay, overall skill wise right now, because I'm going off of what I seen Pollard do last year, and I was not impressed.
no,
Whatsoever.
not at all.
Tajay Spears is more electric. He's more elusive, and
Yep.
he's more agile. I think it's just not worth seeing what Pollard's role is in the offense to start him.
Nope.
Week 1.
Yep, I agree.
So let's
Good.
move on to the stardom.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I'm really hoping Gus Edwards doesn't come
Yeah.
back to bite me now, just because you swayed me out of that
Yeah.
mentality. But stardom, who are you definitely starting this week?
So once again, we're not saying the obvious plays, but I would start if you have him Tua Tagovailoa versus Jacksonville. I think that's a good game. Jacksonville is going to be more offensive minded this year. You know, they got big, tall receivers now. Gabe Davis could stretch the field. Brian Thomas could stretch the field.
They have a lot of
Yeah.
offense.
They
lot
have
of people on offense.
they have interior weapons too, and Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk. They could run the ball with Etienne. Sorry,
Mhm.
let me just re-say it for the Travis Etienne. I said it wrong again. Etienne.
No, Travis Etienne.
Etienne, yeah. He has a brother too, by the way. He plays for Georgia.
No, he's transferred. He was on Florida.
Yeah, now it's Georgia. Yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, he just is in a good situation, and I feel like the Jacksonville Miami game could definitely shoot out. You know, both their defenses aren't imposing. Miami's defense might be a little bit better, but yeah, I just feel like that game has a great atmosphere to it. I think there could be a lot of points scored there, and yeah, like Tyreek Hill he could score a touchdown from his own 5.
Yeah.
So
See, the thing what I like about the Dolphins is because I feel like they play 4 quarters. Like, there's not one quarter where their foot's not on the gas. There's been games where they scored 63 points last year.
Yeah, 70 against the Denver
it's like,
Broncos.
bro,
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you make the team throw in the white flag and just start hammering the ball running? I love that about the Dolphins team.
I watched that game, and it was at one point that I don't even think they were trying to score. Just Denver just wasn't tackling. It was just like, let me not tackle.
Well, that's an extreme situation.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, they're not, just because they're up 2 tutties doesn't mean they're gonna not pass the ball.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I like about that offense.
Yeah.
It will come back to bite them at some point, I'm sure. But if you're gonna play like that, and Tua's an amazing start, I think.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
For running back, let me see. Let me get this for you right here. Sorry. That's right. I had Isaiah Pacheco. Obviously, he's the number 12 ranked running back.
Yeah.
I just think Isaiah Pacheco, the first 4 weeks of the season, is as good as you're gonna get. CEH is out for the first 4 weeks. We just found that out yesterday for an illness reason. His value is going through the roof right now. I would not worry about Samaje Perine just yet. He just got signed by Kansas City 5 days ago. He has to learn the playbook. Andy Reid already gave Isaiah Pacheco the vote of confidence to being a workhorse back. On top of that, the runner that should be primarily behind Isaiah Pacheco, I don't even think it's Perine. It's probably Steele, who played very good during the preseason.
He had a great preseason.
Yeah, he had a great preseason. I believe he's from UCLA.
People are saying hints of McCaffrey. I'm like, all right, take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy over here.
No. But yes, he had a great preseason. So and he's probably like a fullback too.
He earned that spot.
Yeah. So he's probably the running back primarily behind Isaiah Pacheco to run the ball. Obviously not to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's what I would say is like
Must
the best
start.
play. Yes.
See, my only problem with that is not that it's like a bailout, but it's like, bro, if you're drafting Isaiah Pacheco, there's no way you're benching him.
But to my defense, how much bozos you see on ESPN? Start Breece Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Sit, and then they'll be like, sit. Who they say? Sit Chase Edmonds or something like.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta give me some slack here.
Yeah, but I know the chat's gonna be going for you. So.
Yeah. Start Julio Jones. Sit Jabbar Gaffney. Like that's what they'll do.
Shout out 2010, my 2010 fantasy team right there.
Yeah.
All right, give me your last start. Who you definitely starting this week?
So my last start of the week is who's the last start? You said you had the tight end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had a good tight end also, but
No, I didn't. I have the tight end position, but if you want, you could give another tight end.
All right, it's fine. I'll make you take that. The last wide receiver I'm gonna say to start is gonna be none. So you don't want him too high though, right? You don't want him too high.
No, go ahead, do what you want.
You sure?
Yeah. Don't tell me Mike Evans though.
I was gonna say Chris Olave just to get him.
You want to? Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, do it. That's actually funny. Yeah, do it.
So my starting would be Chris Olave.
Of course it is.
Yeah, Chris Olave. I think he, playing at home against a very, very, very bad team in Carolina.
I love when you do that.
Yeah.
Very,
very bad team in Carolina. I see Chris Olave easily breaking the century mark and scoring 1 touchdown. And yeah, you guys are going to be eating your words very soon because I think Chris Olave is going to have a very good year, and you guys are going to see that.
Is Chris Olave a wide receiver?
A ride. I didn't even say that. I said wide receiver.
Chris Olave, the wide receiver.
I don't know, bro. Sometimes.
Yo, I gotta be honest. This dude don't know ball. You see those comments?
Yeah, I don't know ball. Yeah. I've been watching football before your balls even came down your pants. I don't know ball. Don't put that.
This kid don't know ball, my guy. Come on. Look at him sipping his vitamin water. He's stressed. He's stressed.
I don't know ball.
All right, so my starts. I think these are guys I like to pick guys that are later in the draft. You got them late. You don't know if you start them over a flex spot, whatever you want to do. I think a great tight end this week is Dalton Schultz. Against the Browns.
Yeah, it's good.
Listen, let's be real here.
No, they don't play the Browns.
No, not the Browns. Sorry.
Wrong team.
Let me do that again. They're playing the Colts.
Redo it so you can put it in the video if you want.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
You thought of Jake Ferguson for a second.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead.
Let me do it. All right, so my start this week at the tight end position is Dalton Schultz against the Colts.
Yeah.
I see that easily being a high-scoring game, going back and forth the whole way. So the game script is there for him. Okay, it's a jam-packed, crowded offense.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to get the touchdowns, but I can see Dalton Schultz vulturing 1, maybe 2. I mean,
Here's
that's
the thing
like
too. Not 2. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm putting in a bet right now for 2.
Here's the thing, though. With tight ends, it's so confined that if you get 1 touchdown off a tight end, that's a good play.
They're ecstatic.
Yeah, exactly. So
See,
I see your thinking.
I'm not even worried about the tight ends. This can easily be a 4 for 40 or 4 for 50 kind of game for Schultz. He's going to get 6 targets. I could promise you that. I'd say 6 targets.
4 to 5.
And he'll steal a nice touchdown. I think he'll get a nice touchdown, which is a great start for a tight end.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just I know for a fact they're going to come out throwing. They will be throwing all game.
Yep.
The Colts are going to fight back. They have a great offense as well.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Nice. Obviously, it's September, but still they're playing indoors. Yeah. It's just it's a
perfect situation.
It's beautiful. That's probably like
That's my favorite matchup.
That could be the most high-scoring game of the week, honestly. Michael Pittman's also a great play there. That's another starter mob, but Michael Pittman. But yes, Michael Pittman's also a great start.
Yeah,
it's that whole game environment, amazing.
Yeah.
If you play daily fantasy sports, that's like one of the games I'm targeting.
Hell yeah. And I also drafted 3 Colts on my team.
Yeah,
so I kind of need them to do well.
Exactly.
Which we should honestly break down our fantasy football teams.
Yeah, we could.
And just give the people an idea of how we drafted. So my second must start this week is Chris Godwin against the Commanders.
Okay, I like that you went down the rabbit hole there. Good.
Yeah. So again, everybody thinks Bucks. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They're both aging receivers.
Right.
I think the matchups there. That's another game that should be close. Buccaneers are not known for blowing out their opponents ever. So this one will be close. I think Chris Godwin's reliable.
And plus, people aren't really enticed to start a wide receiver that doesn't have Tom Brady there anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you're saying.
And
okay.
Godwin is the 2 receiver in that offense, and has pretty much always been the 2 receiver there.
To an extent, he could get the most targets in games. Yeah.
So I don't. He's just reliable. He'll get you those 3rd down receptions when you need it. Mm-hmm. So I can see this again being another 6 targets. Kind of 4 for 50, 4 for 60 kind of game for Godwin.
Yeah.
And you will be happy with that for a guy like that.
Yeah.
So I think Chris Godwin's a good start.
Okay.
And my last start of the week is Javonte Williams against Seattle.
I think he's great. I think he's the only issue with that is they're playing away. So that kind of scares me. But from all the camp talk, like you're saying, Javonte Williams had a great camp. He's going to be seeing the field a lot. And remember, you said you were worried about Samaje Perine. It's like, don't worry about him. What happened to him? That literally the same day.
He got shipped.
Right? So, I like that. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, so I think he is the safest running back that they have. I think you can expect a nice 12 to 15 carries from Javonte this week.
Yeah.
That's another game that it's going to be close. And if the Broncos do manage to go up, then, the rest of the way is smooth sailing for Javonte. I don't think they're really going to ease him in. Like all the talk I've been seeing in training camp said he's ready for that workload.
Yeah, exactly.
So, good things ahead. We do have the 3rd stringer.
Yeah, Ostick and anomaly or something.
Yeah,
something
Ostick, you know,
yeah.
who could threaten for some carries
but
down the
no,
line.
it's way
But-
too early for the
Yeah,
season.
but week
Way too
one,
early.
you're gonna rely on your
Yeah.
veteran presence. Javante was him 2 years ago.
Yeah,
You know, last year was a little bit rocky.
he'll
So
be fine. Yeah, and if anything, the only person you'll have to worry about is Jalen McLaughlin.
yeah, Jaleel
Jalen-
McLaughlin.
yeah. That's probably
but
the-
that's passing downs. you
yeah,
know?
exactly. That's the only person that you would have to worry about. But here's the thing: Javante Williams could catch the ball too.
Yeah,
So,
which
yeah.
people seem to forget. They think of him as a power back and nothing else.
Yeah, no,
he's
could
like kind of like a Walmart Nick Chubb. I
yeah,
feel.
ex-
You know what
he
I mean?
could catch the ball. Javante Williams.
Yeah, he was out of college. He was pretty much known for that.
Yeah.
All right. So those are my 3 starts, 3
Yep.
sits. Okay. So another game that I wanted to play was I'm gonna give you a threshold. You just tell me if they're gonna go over this number
Okay.
or under this number.
Okay.
So we're gonna do receivers.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me if they're gonna have. We're gonna give projections for the year,
Okay.
just so we could go back at the end of the year and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how many we were right on.
Okay.
In particular, you, because you're the one answering these questions. So 1,000 reception yards,
Okay.
over or under.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a player.
Okay.
You tell me over or under
All right.
for the year.
Okay.
And if they get 1,000 even, we'll call it over. All right.
All right.
We're not gonna.
Oh, how generous.
I'm not gonna be 999 and a
So
half.
do
you know
all
what I
right. So
mean?
do 999.5 then.
Yeah. All right.
Over. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So 999 and a half yards receiving.
Okay.
Over or under. Chris Olave.
Easily over. Easily over. Like he's gonna have like 1,300 yards.
Jalen Waddle.
Over. But like I said, like 1,150.
Okay.
1,200. But what else? Let me not curse.
Yeah.
With a ton of receptions.
Okay. Chris Godwin.
Barely over. So like
Yeah, you have him over.
barely over. Maybe like
Okay.
1,089 yards.
Damn. So we're Mike Evans.
Over. Over. Mike Evans is gonna be over. I'd say like maybe 1,150 yards.
Jalen Waddle.
And I said Jalen.
Oh,
Waddle.
sorry, not Jalen Waddle. Michael Pittman.
Way over. Like 1,200 yards. I'm saying for Michael Pittman.
T. Higgins.
Way over. Like 1,200 yards or so.
Marvin Harrison.
Way over. I say like 1,250, 1,300.
Cooper Cup.
That's the issue with Cooper Cup is you don't know what his injury, right? And I don't know what Cooper Cup I'm getting. If we're getting the healthy Cooper Cup,
Mm-hmm.
the Cooper Cup that we thought we were going to be getting in our drafts 2 years ago, we're talking about a play that could go for 1,500 yards. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, you get this is.
But
why-
if we're getting it injured and, half and half Cooper Cup, we're looking at a receiver that could barely break 1,000, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say over, but he could go way over or barely go over. It's one of those two.
Okay. Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, I think here's the thing with Amari Cooper. He could have a bad season, then he just blows up for 3 games, and then he's going to go over 1,000 yards.
250 each
Yes.
game.
It's not. Here's the thing, Rocco. It's not hard to get over 1,000 yards anymore in the league.
17 games too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An extra game. It's really not that hard. I think he's going to go over. Yeah.
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 Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. Over. All these receivers, I think, are going over 1,000,
yeah?
man. Yeah.
All right. Here's a good one.
Okay.
Malik Neighbors.
Link Neighbors. Over.
All over.
Yep. Over.
Stephon Diggs.
If he stays healthy, over.
Oh my God. All right. These are all over.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk.
Under.
Okay.
Under.
But isn't he the
A lot of receptions, though. A lot of receptions.
Okay.
There's a lot of mouths to feed there.
Okay. His former teammate Calvin Ridley in Tennessee.
Under.
Okay. We're finally getting some unders now.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Rashee Rice.
Under.
Okay. It's funny. You went from like so
Yeah.
over to
Yeah.
Christian Watson, Packers.
Under.
Damn, I'm like on the ball right now. It's
Yeah.
like I knew who to say for the overs. I knew it.
Yeah.
Joshua Palmer,
Under.
McConkey.
Under. Obviously.
Damn, you don't like either of them.
No.
No. Well, Herbert's got to throw to somebody.
I know,
Keenan
but
Allen,
he's a rookie. I think McConkey is going to have like probably like 950 yards or something, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to break that 1,000 threshold, no.
Okay, let me do another one that's like could be. Oh, okay. I got 3 more.
Okay.
Deontay Johnson.
Under.
Oh, you love this guy though pre-draft. He's
I'll
the
take it
reason I
back.
drafted him.
I'll take it back. Over, but here's the thing.
Barely.
Over, barely over. So like I'd say like 1,089 yards,
Yeah.
but with like 90 receptions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah. So
I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I have him in my PPR
so
league.
barely over. Barely over. But don't think you're getting 1,500 yards out of him. You're not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Terry McLaurin.
Way over. Like I'm talking you could get 1,300 yards out of
So
him.
that
this
would
year.
smash that line on
Yep.
DraftKings. All right, my last one, because we already know where you stand with George Pickens. You're saying over on George Pickens.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last one's Tank Dell.
Tank Dell. Under. Say like 950 yards or something.
Yeah, bro, think about it. They have Nico Collins
Yeah.
going over.
But
You have Stephon Diggs going over if he's healthy. You think Tank Dell could also go over?
But here's the thing, though. Like, it's really what I say. It's not that hard getting 1,000 yards anymore.
Yeah, but bro, think about that.
I think he's gonna be
Stroud,
under. Yeah,
3,000 of his yards
Yeah.
at least
have to be from those three,
have to be from those three.
which is possible because I do think
So that's like, where's the room for Joe Mixon, Dalton Schultz, or
their offense is gonna be
another tight end?
their offense is gonna be condensed.
Yeah. All right.
It's gonna be
It's
very
cool. You want to try some running backs?
sure
Rushing?
rushing yards. Okay,
No receiving,
okay,
just rushing yards.
no total
This is
yards, just rushing.
Purely rushing yards.
Okay,
999 and a half rushing yards.
Okay.
Over under. Saquon Barkley.
over. Obviously, yeah,
Jonathan Taylor.
over.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Under.
Zamir White.
Under.
David Montgomery.
Over by a hair.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Under. I think he's gonna have a lot of total yards. Like he'll have like 650 receiving yards and like another 950 rushing yards.
Yeah.
But he'll have a lot of total yards and a lot of receptions. That's why he's a good pick.
Joe Mixon.
Just over by a little bit.
Okay. Travis Etienne.
Over.
Devon A. Chain.
Under, but just under.
Okay. Why? Does the dual backfield?
Exactly, dual backfield, but he's going to be getting a lot of receiving yards too. So it's another thing, like he's going to get a lot of total yards, but the rushing yards maybe not.
Okay. Derrick Henry.
Over. Over 1,000.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
I would mention Brees Hall, Christian McCaffrey, and Bijan.
But, I mean, come on, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you're saying over for
Yeah,
all three
yeah,
of those.
yeah.
Yeah. Last one, James Conner.
Under.
Under.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I feel like he's always injured now. Just he had more burst when he was younger, and I don't feel that burst now.
Believe it or not, he still gets his points per games though. When
Yeah.
he's healthy, he'll get like 17 points. He averaged 17 points,
But
when he's healthy.
I don't think
Fantasy points. I don't know if
Yeah.
that translates to rushing yards,
Yeah.
but because he does get a lot of touchdowns. All right, you want to do some face-off now? Anything I should get into before I move on to this next part? Anything we should mention? News, updates?
Oh, well, the thing with Isaiah Pacheco, but we already mentioned that, right?
Yeah, so all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Want to go
There's
for the
no news.
face-off?
Yeah.
So I think this is where GM's getting his notoriety because he does have some skeptical face-off. When we do the wide receiver face-off, he'll pick somebody when everybody's like, whoa. So
And they're right, by the way, but okay.
we'll see at the end of the year, I guess. But first and foremost, we're giving our fantasy prediction and analysis here. So it's not saying Devontae Adams is not better than Chris Godwin.
Yeah, obviously
Just an
Chris
example.
Olave is not better than Devontae Adams.
Right.
I'm talking about this year fantasy.
Fantasy outlook.
Yes.
But being that we did that, we're going to go best receivers in fantasy of all time.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
You tell me which one you prefer over the other one.
All right, cool.
All right. So
Who
we're
are
going to
the
go
first
all
two?
time now.
Okay, first two now.
So think of their prime season.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Wide receivers.
Okay.
Antonio Brown. Oh, let me do it again. Antonio Brown or Andre Johnson?
Oh, I love both these players.
We're going down a
Andre
memory lane
Johnson is
here.
probably one of my favorite wide receivers ever. I'm gonna say Antonio Brown because he was having these crazy, ridiculous years, crazy amount of receptions. Yeah, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, if you like nostalgia, you're gonna
Yeah.
love this section.
I
of
love
it.
Andre Johnson though.
Yeah, he was great, bro.
Love Andre Johnson.
Antonio Brown or AJ Green?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio
love
Brown.
AJ Green though.
Yeah, these are all guys that
Yeah.
you grew up watching. You know, Antonio Brown or prime T.Y. Hilton?
Antonio Brown. Ty the
Close.
Ghost was the man though.
Yeah, bro. He was like the best deep downfield
Love
threat.
Ty the Ghost.
Yeah. Antonio Brown or Julio Jones?
Julio Jones. Julio Jones is my
Yeah,
guy.
over Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Julio Jones is my guy. Love Julio.
He's a pure X receiver.
Love him.
Julio Jones or Anquan Bolt? Hold on.
Woo!
Hold on.
We gotta say that again.
Julio Jones or Anquan Bolden?
Julio.
Easily.
Julio. Yeah, easily.
Just bear with me here. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay. Julio Jones or Michael Thomas?
Julio.
Okay. Just like I said, just bear with me. Julio Jones or Cooper Kupp?
I mean, if you're thinking about that, 100 and 44 reception year, blah blah blah. But that was like 1 year.
Triple crown, bro.
Yeah, I know. Julio.
Julio over Kupp?
Julio.
Oh my God.
Give me Julio.
Julio Jones or Randy Moss?
Randy Moss. You obviously know I was gonna say
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Why? Because he was a Viking?
Yeah. Randy Moss.
There's nothing. All right, we'll get into it. All right, Randy Moss or Justin Jefferson?
Randy Moss.
Clears it easily.
Yeah, Randy Moss. Randy
Wow.
Moss is gonna be very tough to clear
You
right
say
now.
that so confidently.
Yeah.
Randy Moss or Tyreek Hill?
Randy Moss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I just got one last one. Unless I'm missing somebody that's so obvious. But Randy Moss or Devontae Adams?
Randy Moss.
So Randy Moss is
King of the Hill. Yep.
Yeah?
Randy Moss.
I'm not even mad at that,
Yeah.
honestly. I just wish I would have mentioned him later. All right, let's do the running backs of all time.
Okay.
I already know for a fact how this is going.
Okay.
For a fact.
We'll see about
Especially
that.
if you took a peek at this one, you know where this is going.
About that.
We're gonna fly with these. And this is another stroll down memory lane here. Adrian Peterson or DeMarco Murray?
Adrian Peterson.
I just want everybody to know he's a Vikings fan if you don't know this already. Adrian Peterson or Matt Forte?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Marshawn Lynch?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Jamal Charles?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Arian Foster?
Adrian Peterson.
Jeez, not even like a flinch.
No, these are easy right now.
Adrian Peterson or Todd Gurley?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Christian McCaffrey?
Adrian Peterson.
Over Christian McCaffrey.
Easily, yes. Adrian Peterson.
This is just a pure rusher, though.
Pure rusher, yes. Adrian Peterson. You're talking about one of the best running backs ever.
All right. Adrian Peterson or David Johnson?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or LaShawn McCoy?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Frank Gore?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Ray Rice?
Adrian Peterson.
Are these getting harder or easier for you?
That just got very easy. I don't know where.
Adrian Peterson or Priest Holmes?
I love Priest Holmes, but Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Le'Veon Bell?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson or Saquon Barkley?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh my God, bro. This might be the first undefeated one ever. We got one last one.
All right.
Adrian Peterson or LaDainian Tomlinson?
That's really tough. That's really down the line. I don't know. Let's call that a draw.
No, you can't draw. You can't draw.
Can't call that a draw?
You can't. You can't draw. There's no drawing in football. Actually, there is.
Yeah.
No draw. You went with him the whole way. You gotta
Yeah.
just stick with
So I'll say AP all day. Yep.
So you're like big Adrian Peterson fan?
Yeah, bro. Come on. You already know. But those didn't really challenge me.
Not one.
I guess the one with
Like-
McCaffrey might get people mad, but I don't think
Because
that was
bro,
that
like
hard.
you have to think, and respectfully,
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson was a one of a kind
Yeah.
player to me. He was like the best rusher I've ever seen in my life.
He was ridiculous.
But
You see
you
his
have
rookie?
to factor in the fantasy aspect of it.
Yeah, I know.
Christian McCaffrey had one of the best statistically, one of the best years.
Adrian Peterson had 2,097 yards.
Yeah, that's in a 16-game season.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
He
How many
almost
carries did he have that year?
like at least over 330.
Oh
He
my God.
almost had more yards rushing that Christian Ponder had passing.
That's ridiculous.
Adrian Peterson is the last running back or the last position player, period, to win the MVP that isn't a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's that hard. Adrian Peterson.
All right. Let me see the chat, what the chat's saying. Okay. All right, we're good. We're chilling.
Good? Okay.
Nobody has any questions right at the moment. They just want Mario Bosco back.
Oh,
That's the
God.
thing.
Why would they?
This is a YouTube built on Mario Bosco over here, so you gotta give him his flowers.
Okay.
Mario's not in office today. All right, we're gonna do another one. We're gonna go to culture this time. We're gonna go to soccer.
Okay.
All right, or football, as you would say.
Football.
Football.
Okay.
All right. These are all-time greats. You rank them however you want.
Okay.
We'll start off with Roberto Baggio or Paolo Maldini.
Oh, we're doing a face-off.
Yeah.
I mean, they're totally two different players, though. Don't say Paolo Maldini.
No?
It's Maldini.
Yeah, the Milan GOAT. I want to do the Italian one first.
Oh, you want to do Italian one first?
All right. I got it. Roberto Baggio or Alessandro Del Piero?
Roberto Baggio, easily.
Easily. Oh, Del Piero's my favorite player of all time.
Easily.
All right.
Easily.
All right. Baggio or Mo Salah?
Baggio. Easily.
Baggio or Kylian Mbappe?
Right now, Roberto Baggio.
Right now? Yeah. What do you mean right now? Like
career-wise.
at this point, okay.
Career-wise, yeah.
Yeah, but Mbappe has a World Cup and
I know, but he's still,
couple of the trophies.
Let's see how he is in 2 or 3 years. But
Okay.
I agree. Mbappe has a crazy trajectory right now. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Baggio or Henry?
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Zidane?
Oof. Damn, that is so tough. Damn. I love Zidane, man.
My Juventino.
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Iniesta?
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Ronaldinho?
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Pelé?
I guess Pele.
You can't, bro. You can't do Baggio the whole way.
Okay. Let's start. Come on, guys. Say Pele, though. You want me to look like an idiot?
All right, I'll take that one out.
Come on, guys.
All right, so Pele
me.
wins that round, but we're reverting back to Baggio.
Jesus.
Baggio or Luka Modric?
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Lewandowski?
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Probably Ronaldo. Cristiano
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't say Baggio. I look like a freaking idiot. Like you wanted me to say Roberto Baggio over Pele. I mean, come on, I can't do that.
Nah, we're clickbaiting now. Now we're clickbaiting.
He's the he's the king, bro. Oh yeah, you want me to do that? Nah, yeah.
All right, so then we got Baggio all the way down to Ronaldo. So you would probably have Baggio in the 3 to 4th best of all time ranking.
But I really love Zidane too. Like when you said Zidane, I was really thinking about like changing it up because I think Zidane is a absolute amazing player. Like he was just so technically gifted, Zidane, man. Like he did some things with the ball that people can't even do with their hands.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too easy for him. I loved Zidane, man.
And then Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
Yeah.
Messi, yeah. Messi's definitely better. They're both amazing players. I think Ronaldo's the second best player ever. I think Messi's the first best player ever. I know Maradona is amazing, but Ronaldo had such a longer career on the top of his game in the prime. I definitely think Ronaldo's the second best player ever. But I just think Messi is just cut above the rest, man. He's just different.
All right, well, that was it for that part.
Yeah.
Oh, what I want to get to, fantasy football, locks of the week. So, yeah, like I said, you did get your first L last time around.
Right.
How we doing this time around? What we got?
So my lock is tomorrow. I think Yannick Sinner is going to beat Medvedev at the U.S. Open.
What are the odds right now?
I believe they were minus 220 for Sinner.
For Sinner, okay. Yeah, I'm smashing that for sure.
Yeah. I think this is Sinner's tournament to lose. Medvedev struggles. Let me explain a little bit more. Medvedev struggles sometimes with his first serve, and Yannick Sinner is a player that, in all of tennis, he is the best at returning the serve when the player faults his first serve. So Yannick Sinner is gonna win this match for sure. Medvedev beat Sinner in Wimbledon, but that was on grass first and foremost. And then on top of that, Sinner looked out of it. Like he looked like he was suffering from like a fever. His heart rate was high. He had, I think, blood pressure issues. This is gonna be Sinner's tournament to lose, and I think he is gonna beat Medvedev tomorrow.
Okay, I like that.
Yep, that's my lock of the day.
All right,
sure.
sounds good. I am going to give you 2 because one of them was from last week that I definitely want to mention again.
Okay.
What I got?
Zverev just lost, by the way. Fritz won.
Wow, you would have lost that bet.
Yep.
Makes you feel good.
Yep.
I'll stick with my one. I'll just go Devontae Adams for a touchdown.
Okay.
That's definitely my lock. I don't know what the odds are right now, but like I said, he was talking smack against the Chargers. Well, the Chargers were talking smack about the Raiders and how Devontae Adams is watched. So I think he'll have a great game. 1 touchdown. That's my lock of the week. We're going to double down on that one.
Okay.
So that's about it. Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap?
Yep. That's
all good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for another episode of Crunching the Numbers. This is the 3rd one.
Third of many.
Next week, we'll figure out. I'll give you guys a heads up on whether or not we're doing a show, or just because I'm going to have a lot of personal life stuff going on.
Yep.
Carmine's going to be holding it down regardless. Yep. But thank you guys all for the support. GM, thank you for being here, my brother. And until next time, everybody.